What's up, y'all? I just wanted to come up here and talk to y'all for a couple minutes about something that God had convicted me on last night. And it's about the way that we spend time with Him. Like, not just being in His presence, but rejoicing in His presence. And with me, I was watching TV last night, excuse me, and I was laid back in the bed on the phone. And but in that time, I was trying to call myself spending time with God, and I felt His presence, like He was there. We were spending time, like it was a quiet time, like the TV was on, and I was on my phone, but I felt His presence heavy, and that was my way. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna spend some time with God instead of just being fully locked in on the things that I'm doing and not really being conscious of them. So like I said, I felt His presence. I'm on the phone, but while I'm spending time with Him, I'm forcing myself to spend time with Him. And I'm depressed. I'm stressed spending of the fact that, okay, let me spend time with Him. You know what I mean? I'm not stressed about nothing that was going on or nothing like that. It's just like, I was just like, it's hard to spend time with God. Let's just be real. Like, it's not that we don't love God. It's not that we don't appreciate His presence and that we don't want to show appreciation. It's just, it's hard to spend time with God than it is to like watch TV or like be on the phone. For one, because God ain't like we can't see Him. You know what I'm saying? Like we could talk to Him, but it's not like a back and forth. Like if He was just like right here, like a regular person, you know what I'm saying? So it's hard to spend time with God. So while I'm forcing myself to spend time with Him, I'm like I'm stressed. I'm stressing about it. You feel me? And I went on like that for about 7 minutes before He convicted me. And He was like, this ain't what I mean when I say spend time with me. You know what I mean? Like God tells us to rejoice in His presence. You feel me? At all times. So I was like, dag, like, and when He convicted me, I understood, but I was still like in my mind, like how can I like turn myself up? How can I praise? How can I worship? How can I rejoice in Your presence in this atmosphere? You know what I mean? Like it's quiet, the TV on, and I'm on my phone, and I'm trying to spend time with You because I can feel You. I can feel Your presence, like You wanting me to spend time with You. But I'm like, this is stressful. I'd rather be on my phone. Let's keep it real. Like the TV on, like I can do that and not be stressed out outside of having to cut everything off, put everything down, and sit here and be in Your presence and not know what to do. You feel me? But I was like, let me turn on some music because I love music. You know what I'm saying? I was like, let me turn on some music. So I Googled praise and worship, YouTube praise and worship music. Connected from my other phone, I connected it to the Bluetooth, and boom, they started playing some Kirk Franklin, Yolanda Adams, Jacqueline Carr. You know what I'm saying? Some of everybody. What's her name? Tamala. I can't think of her last name, but they started playing just down the playlist, and as they was playing them, I know like a lot of them, so I start singing along, and they was hit. When you hear them, they hit the spot every time. So that got me going. That turned me up, and I recommend that. Like when you in that place and you feel God tugging you to spend time with Him, like He want to spend time with you. Don't keep resisting it, but turn on some praise and worship music. If because I know it's hard. We can't just go into praise and worship because God want to spend time with us, and we want to spend time with, and He want us to spend time with Him. We still need something to set the mood. That set the mood right there. And I ended up putting my other phone down. You know what I'm saying? Like the TV was still on. It wasn't loud, but the music was my main focus, and it turned into like praise and worship. Like it shifted my whole mindset. Like it shifted the atmosphere. Like it shifted my heart posture. Like the whole mood changed to where like I'm thinking about God. I'm thinking about the things he done for me. I'm thinking about the things that he currently doing in my life. I'm thinking about where he done brought me from. I'm thinking about where I'm headed and what he already promised that he gonna do up there that's already done. I'm thinking about just not what he gonna do, but just rejoicing off of the things that he done and embracing and thanking him for the things that he's doing like right now in this moment, like recognizing the blessings, recognizing the things that I've been praying for years now. You know what I mean? That he's done made manifest right before my eyes. You know what I'm saying? Like looking around like this, that, like that. This still in motion. You know what I mean? It's like God was like, spend some time with me, because he's doing a lot and he needs us to spend that time with him. And we owe him thanks. We owe him rejoicing. Like you sitting around in my presence and you stressed out, you depressed because you got to be in my presence. But I'm doing the thing for you. I'm doing the thing for you. Like we ain't nothing without God out here. Like we need things. God is blessing his children out here, long as we are allowing him to. You know what I mean? By following his word the best we can, by carrying ourselves the best we can, by spending time with him, by keeping our minds on him. You know what I'm saying? Like not just living our lives and not thinking about God until we in trouble. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I used to do. I would wait till I'm in trouble. That's what a lot of us do. We wait till we in trouble and then we go to God. And then as soon as we out of trouble, then we back to what we was into until we back in the jam again. And then we back with God. Like God is saying, be with me in trouble and out of trouble. I will keep you out of trouble and I will keep you from trouble. You know what I'm saying? I will keep you when you think you in trouble. Like allow God to have his way. Spend time with God, and God is blessing his people. He like, spend time with me and I'm going to continue to bless you. But as I continue to bless you, I need you to pay attention to the fact of the blessing, that I am blessing you, that I am answering these prayers. So it's like you in my presence right now, but the way you acting with that attitude you got, I ain't respecting it. This is what God was saying, because he like, what more can I do? I'm doing everything you prayed for and you still showing up with the wrong attitude. And then I sat down, I was like, what can I do? Like, what can I do? Put my other phone down. And then I was like, let me turn on some praise and worship music. Let me turn, I Googled, I YouTube praise and worship music. Boom. And hooked it up to my Bluetooth and got the praise and worship music going, and it started shifting the atmosphere. I started singing along and it started shifting the atmosphere. Before you know it, I was in a whole nother world. I was in a whole nother zone. I was really spending time with God then. It's a difference. I felt the difference. I felt the difference. It's a difference from being in the presence of God and rejoicing in the presence of God. Like I was in the presence of God, but I had the wrong attitude. So it's like he can't speak to me. He didn't want to speak to me with that attitude. Like he wasn't gonna move the way he want to move with that attitude, because it's like, what's the point of me moving again for you? And it's the way you gonna act. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, I'm not gonna keep moving, and this is the response that I'm gonna keep getting. So let's make sure that when we go in the presence of God to spend time with God, let's not go with an attitude. Let's not go depressed, bored, stressed, or none of that. You know what I'm saying? Let's go. Like I said, if you got to turn on some praise and worship music, turn on some praise and worship music. However you got to hook it up to get it going, and just and start singing along, or just let it play. However, and it's gonna shift the atmosphere. It's gonna shift the atmosphere, and just let the Holy Spirit have His way. That way, God can continue to make moves on your behalf. And it's not just about Him making moves on your behalf, even though He is, but it's just being grateful for the moves that He already made and making on your behalf. You know what I mean? Like the things He already done, like go down memory lane. It ain't even that far back no more. It's like the new thing that He doing that you've been praying for. You know what I'm saying? Like that stuff is already here. You got a reason to rejoice in His presence now. So let's make sure when we go in and we rejoice, and we give God His due, man. We give God His due, yo. That's all I got. God bless.